In this presentation, I will show you how to use pandas library to process the time series data. So the detailed documentation for this demo is available in this link. So you can look into this. So here I am taking air quality data as my data for the demo purpose. So here I am importing the pandas library and plotting library. Then I am reading the data. See data. See here the data city, country and the air pollution measurement at various times. So I am reading the data from that CSV file. I just printing the data for your reference to see what is there. Okay, this prints the top 5 rows and the bottom 5 rows. So city, country, the date, time, everything. So now I am renaming a column to the date time. This column date.etc to date time. So after renaming, I am displaying the top 5 rows to see whether it is renamed correctly or not. See here, this is renamed. Now I am just printing the summary of the data. So in this data frame, I am reading the value only. When you read only one column, then it becomes a time series, and that time series I am using the describe function to get the mean, standard deviation and other details as displayed here. Okay, now I am printing the unique values, that is without duplicate. What are the cities available and the data. Here I am converting this date time column into the object date time. Now it is a string. Suppose what I will do is, if I don't convert, what will happen? I'll see I am not converting that column into a date time. Now I am running. See, we got a error, so we cannot do this operation on a string object, it says. So now if I remove this and convert this datetime column into a datetime object instead of string, then it will work. Okay, see, now we get the timeline of 44 days. So it is treating that date time as datetime object and finding the minimum maximum values, displaying the interval 45 days. So I am now here what is the minimum date and the maximum date I am displaying. Here because I converted into a datetime object, we can access that object and print the month. Okay, now I am going to introduce a new column in our data frame, that is month column. That month will come from this datetime object. DT, this is called accessor. Okay. Okay, now we will see a month is displaying the month from this date time. Okay, now I am going to use a function group by. So I am going to display what is the mean value of that pollution for each location and each day in a week. Okay, 0 is Monday, 6 is Sunday. So this is for each day, for each location, this is the average value. Okay, so now we can plot the data in hourly basis or daily, monthly, like that. So just I am giving the plot, changing how this is how we change x label, y label, and you can specify the other things also, like rotation 0 means this x label rotation 0. We can also rotate and display these x labels. This is the axis and this is the figure. Okay, here I am going to display only the unique values without duplicate. So I am using the pivot function, pivot values. Okay, so this will display unique values. Now I am going to plot within this date range what is the values, pollution values for each location. Okay, there is a way you can change these labels also using the legend function. Okay, so you can also resample the data. This is with the daily data you can resample into monthly using this function. Resample monthly, m means monthly, and display the data. Okay, so if you want to check what is the frequency of the data, then you can check the frequency. So this is a monthly frequency. So you can also use plot daily. Okay, daily on each location. So D means daily, resample daily, take the mean and the plot. So as I said, you can use various functions like this legend function to change this label. Okay, for more information you can refer to the documentation. I will put this Jupyter notebook code in my GitHub and will specify the link in the below description.